There's two basic ways you can scout a rapid. In other words, read the rapid before you run it. Way number one is scouting from your boat. Scouting from your boat means you paddle your boat down to an eddy, you hang out, you stop, you look downstream, you see your path between where you are and where you want to go. If you can see your path and you're confident that you can make the lines between where you are and where you want to go, then you've done pretty much everything you need to continue on to the next eddy. One important thing to remember when you're scouting from your boat and when you're picking the next eddy you're going to, you need to double check and make sure that that eddy is a place that you could get out of your boat in, and if need be, that you can hike around the next rapid if need be. In other words, if there's a big cliff or it looks like a canyon, don't run into the canyon blind, thinking that you can catch the next eddy and then get walled out and not be able to scout. So in boat scouting, you see the next eddy you want to get to, just make sure that that eddy is one that you can portage from if necessary. If it's in the middle of the river, it's not going to do you any good if you need to portage from that point on. Often, especially as we get on harder rapids, you're not 100% sure what's between you and the next eddy, if you can even see the next eddy. So in that case, when in doubt, get out of your boat, get on shore, and hike down the rapid and pick your line. Now, one of the things that I learned from Clay is when you get out of your boat and scout, always bring a rope with you. As he explained in the throw rope technique, the reason to bring your throw rope is because you may be at the bottom, you may whistle people on, let them know it's safe to go. You should be down there with safety. There's no point in being down there and not being able to help out. When you're scouting from shore, you get to see a lot more, and you get to see a lot more options than you would when scouting from the boat. You get to see how strong the pour-overs are. You get to see how big the rocks are. You get to see if there's any trees in the way, any undercuts. You also get to see a variety of different lines. I highly recommend when you've chosen a line through a rapid and you decide that you're going to run, before you run, choose a whole completely different line. Why do that? It just forces you to look at other options. And when you keep in mind that when you're scouting a rapid and you're standing next to somebody else may choose a completely different line. And remember also when you're scouting to take an inventory of your strong points. It's fine to choose different lines. There's usually 3 or 4 lines in any rapid. As the rapids get harder, you may find the number of options decrease. Another thing to remember about scouting, if you're in your group of people, you may be the person that gets out because you can't see down the next rapid. You can have everybody else wait in the eddy if they want to, if you just need to take a peek over a single drop, for example. So get out, look, make sure it's good, and then make sure you and everybody in your group know the hand signals so you can give them the right directions down the river. If you see a danger that they can't see, the rest of the group can't see from their boat, don't have them run it blind. Tell them that they need to get out and look at it as well. You don't want to be responsible for somebody bombing down the river not knowing exactly where a strainer or a hazard is just because they didn't take the time to get out. So for your safety and the safety of the group and everybody else, make sure that you have everybody get out and look at their own line if there's any real danger there.